I am Kiana with Culture Kids Club, and welcome to our September book mail opening. Before we get started, I wanted to share something I am extremely excited about, and that is book mail boxes are getting a facelift. Here are boxes. They will not be with our September rollout, but fingers crossed they have made it to me by the time October book mail ships. But this is it, little QR code on the back, website on the side, and then when you open it, says ready, set, read. So I am very excited about these boxes, and I cannot wait to see them stacked up and pictures of it sitting at your doorstep next month. So let's get into our September unboxing. When book mail arrives at your door, it'll look something similar to this. There'll be a piece of tape going across the top, but of course I didn't secure mine. When you get it, I thought that it would be important that the parent guide is tucked on top while everything else is inside, so that you can have a chance to look at the parent guide, see what's included, see what the box is about. The books that are there with printouts are available in case you want to print them before your family opens the box. So it's on top, so you don't have to unpack everything. I want to make sure you know that the QR code always takes you directly to the printables of the month. There is a small section on the back called Talk About It, and that just gives you a couple of questions for each book that you can ask without making it school-like, but just so you can have a conversation and talk about what you read in the books for the month. So those are there. One of my favorite parts is read on. My goal is to always make kids, especially reluctant readers, fall in love with something. So that section is there in case this month's box really excited your kid and you don't want it to stop. They'll have some recommendations of books related to the theme that they also might enjoy if there were some in here that caught their attention. And that's the book mail. The book mail guide comes with every single box. Every month I create those. All right, let's get in it. This is a thank you card with the QR codes linking straight to our Facebook and our Google review. I appreciate Google reviews so much. There's also a half off a companion book, which I'll tell you about later, if you do the unboxing video and send it to me. And I would really appreciate those. I love seeing them get their boxes and so excited about opening them. But let's get into it. So the box is closed up. Let's start. This month's theme is titled Among the Stars, and I chose that as the theme because October is Space Week. It starts on October the 4th, and over 100 countries around the world celebrate Space Week, and I thought it's a really good time to give our book mail kids some exposure to all things space. That's why we included it. That's why that's our book mail theme of the month. Let's start with what's included. Every month there will be at least 2 to 3 bookish items that go along with the theme of the month. Sometimes there's more, but there's never less than that. This month we have glow-in-the-dark stars. Now those are there to put around your room, put around your kids' room at night. They'll glow. You do have to charge them, and so I'll have instructions on the guide, but it's basically putting them in the light and letting them charge. The longer they charge, the brighter they are at night. The next thing is these design your own socks. The socks come with 4 permanent markers. The theme on it is space, and there's a little prep after because you don't want their artistic masterpiece to wash away in the washer. So there are a couple things that you have to do to make it permanent, which includes putting it in the dryer or ironing the socks. But we'll do a video about that in a couple days. So that's thing 2, design your own space socks. And this has to be my favorite. So I have this memory, I'm not sure when it's from, but I remember having this ice cream as a little girl. So when I knew when I wanted to do this box that I would include it. Fun fact is this astronaut ice cream sandwich, it really developed for the Apollo 9 space crew when they were trying out and testing out different foods that would go into outer space with them. The astronaut ice cream did not make the cut, but it is really delicious, and we are gonna try it this month. Hopefully you get to try it, and I would love to know what you thought about it. All right, so that's theme 3 in there. 2 things that are always in our boxes. The first one is library labels for ownership of the new books you're adding to your family library each month. If you're a subscriber, these have your name on it, or your family name, or whatever you selected when you sign up. These I put in the blank labels, I put in the book mail boxes, the one-time boxes, and you can write your name and stick them in the books. My favorite thing in each box is when I get to choose a pen of the month. I don't know what y'all been doing with the pens, because we never really talked about it, and we really need to talk about that. It is meant to either go on a lanyard or serve as some type of little memory marker of the books you read. So here's mine, and I'm actually getting a couple more. I'm getting more of these made for later on this year. But it has every single pen that we have included in our book mail boxes. And if you have yours, if you had the pendant that we gave away when we launched and you have yours on there, I would love to see a picture of it. But every month you get a pen that is goes with the theme of the boxes. So this pen is a rocket ship. Let's get into the main characters. First book, Color with Stickers Space. This book looks like it's all play, but let me tell you, I chose it because it's fun and interactive. You're working with little kids. It has great fine motor skill practice because they have to fill in the illustrations in this book with the stickers in the back. So this one says space suit. So it goes with the space suit, and they would just pick the number sticker, match it there, and they collect it. Now, I also love this book because sometimes we don't have a whole lot of time for bedtime. That's just life sometimes. I like that these are broken up into 1-page stories, 1-page little facts. And so you could really read a page a night, 1 page a night, put the stickers on, and then read another page the next night. And it's fun, it's simple, and it's quick. So this is the first one. There are over 150 stickers in there, and this is book 1. The next book is one of my favorite books. I read this book probably over a year ago, and when I read it, I knew when we did space, I would want to include it. It's called The Little Spacecraft That Could, and it's about New Horizons' 10-year journey to take pictures and help astronomers research Pluto. And I thought that was so cool. It's written like a story. If you join me for First through Friday, I'm going to be reading the first few pages of this book. But it's written like a story, but there are tons of space facts. So if you have a kid who is all into space, or even not, this book is so exciting and fun and interesting. Like, I had stopped so many times just to reread some of the captions and some of the other diagrams they had, because there's some really fun information written in kid-friendly and non-astrophysicist language, so kids and people like myself can still understand and get the gist of it. But it's also funny. It's not a boring book. It's not like reading a textbook. It's funny and it's interesting. And look at some of the illustrations. They are great illustrations, and then there are also real photographs like this one, which are actual photographs of posts that were published in 2015 when the New Horizons spacecraft sent photos back of Pluto. So it's a really fun story to read. So that's that one. This month's theme, we just immersed ourselves in all things space, and I will be sharing some additional resources you can use, like virtual field trips, live cams from space. It's all things to bring it home and make it kind of immerse and get really into the theme of the month. If you have any questions, always let me know. And before we go, I'm going to show you the printables that you have for the month. So there is a name your own rocket activity where you name it and cut and paste elements. There's a coloring page, and then there's an I Spy game. And all these are available in the download. And I will also email the link out. So if you're not an email subscriber, make sure you go to culturekidsclub.com and get on our email list. And I think that's it. So I'm very excited about our first unboxing video. If you have any questions, please let me know. My goal and the reason I started this is so that busy moms, busy families like myself have time to carve out some mini moments for something authentic, even if it's once a month, of a book that is something everybody gets excited about, activities that everyone can do. That's why we were created, to help kids fall in love with reading, because it's so important. So let me know what you think. If you haven't signed up, you can sign up via our email, through the email, or you can sign up on our website, and we will see you guys next month.